Ulalume, a Ballad by Edgar Allan Poe. The skies they were ashen and sober, the leaves they were crisp and surrey, the leaves they were withering and surrey. It was night in the lonesome October of my most immemorial year. It was hard by the dim lake of Auber, in the misty mid-region of Weir. It was down by the dank tarn of Auber, in the ghoul-haunted woodland of Weir. Here once though an alley titanic, of cypress I roamed with my soul, of cypress with Psyche my soul. Those were days when my heart was volcanic, as the scoriac rivers that roll, as the lavas that relentlessly roil their sulphurous currents down Yannick. In the ultimate climbs of the pole, they groan as they roll down Mount Yannick, in the realms of the boreal pole. Our talk had been serious and sober, and our thoughts they were palsied and surrey. Our memories were treacherous and surrey, for we knew not the month was October, and we marked not the night of the year. We noted not the dim lake of Auber, we remembered not the dank tarn of Auber, nor the ghoul-haunted woodland of Weir. And now as the night was senescent, and the star-dials pointed to morn, as the star-dials hinted of morn, at the end of our path is liquescent, and nubulous lustre was born, out of which a miraculous crescent arose with a duplicate horn. Astarte's bediamondment crescent, distinct with its duplicate horn. And I said, she is warmer than Diane, and she rules an ether of sighs. She revels in a region of sighs. She has seen that the tears are not dry on these cheeks where the worm never dies, and has come to pass the stars of the lion to point us the path of the skies, till the Lethean peace of the skies come up in despite of the lion, to shone on us with her bright eyes, come up through the hair of the lion, with love in her luminous eyes. But Psyche, uplifting her finger, said sadly, the star I mistrust, her parlor I strangely mistrust. O hasten, O let us not linger, O fly, let us fly, for we must. In terror she spoke, letting sink her wings till they trailed in the dust. In agony sobbed, letting sink her plumes till they trailed in the dust, till they sorrowfully trailed in the dust. I replied, this is nothing but dreaming, and let us by this tremulous light, let us bathe in this crystalline light. Its symbolic splendor is beaming with hope and in beauty tonight. See, it flickers up the sky through the night. Ah, we safely must trust in its gleaming, and be sure it will lead us all right. We safely must trust to a gleaming that cannot but guide us all right, since it flickers up to heaven through the night. Thus I pacified Psyche and kissed her, and tempted her out of her gloom, and conquered her scruples and gloom. And we passed to the end of the vista, but were stopped by the door of a tomb, by the door of a legend tomb. And I said, what is written, sweet sister, on the door of this legend and tomb? She replied, Ulalume, Ulalume, 'tis the vault of thy lost Ulalume. Then my heart it grew ashen and sober, as the leaves that were crispied and sere, as the leaves that were withering and sere. And I cried, it was surely October, on this very night of last year, that I journeyed down here, that I brought a dead burden down here, on this night of all nights in the year. Oh, what demon has tempted me here? Well, I know now this dim lake of Auber this misty mid-region of Weir. Well, I know now this dank tarn of Auber, in the ghoul-haunted woodland of Weir. Said we, then, the two then, can it, have been that the woodlandish ghouls, the pitiful, the merciful ghouls, to bar up our way and to ban it, from the secret that lies in these wolds, from the thing that lies hidden in these wolds, had drawn up the spectre of a planet, from the limbo of lunary souls, the sinfully scintillant planet, from the hell of the planetary souls.